Hey everybody, welcome back. This is mother-in-law wedding drama. I'd rather not know, but here we are. My future mother-in-law ruined my wedding dress by attempting to try it on. It's beyond repair. Can I take her to court? You can take her to this court. Excuse me. I'm located in Virginia. I purchased a wedding gown that cost me over $11,000, then paid substantially more in alterations. Over the weekend, my future mother-in-law decided to attempt to put on my dress and failed horribly.
Absolutely not.
Long story short, it's beyond repair and completely ruined. I also have a reason to believe that she caused deliberate damage to the dress because of certain areas that were torn. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, I don't know your mother-in-law, but like, why even try it on in the first place? My fiance doesn't believe that we're able to take her to court and recoup the money because it's just a... What did he say? It's just a dress? It's not just a dress, it's your wedding dress! Divorce. The wedding's off. I've decided. He thinks the cost of the dress doesn't meet some financial threshold to sue her. Yes it does. Small claims. You can sue someone over much less than that. I want to know if that's true and if it would be feasible to file a police report on her because of the more deliberate damage. I know it's just a dress, but this goes beyond the dress. It's not just a dress. It's not. And the fact that your fiance doesn't see how serious this is a problem. Your fiance is incorrect. You can absolutely sue her for the value of the dress plus the alterations. If you can document that the dress is beyond repair. However, this is not taking into consideration the relationships aspect of the issue. So you really want to take it there and get some more practical advice on how it's going to affect your relationship with your future husband. You don't have a future husband, babe. I'm dead serious. Sue them all. Update to mother-in-law that ruined my dress. The wedding is off. Yes! Yes! Oh, this has healed me. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's awful. It's awful. But like, the whole situation is awful. You know? Hey everyone. First of all, thank you for all your sweet comments and support. I'm sorry that I haven't kept everyone in the loop, but the last several weeks have truly been trying, to say the least. First things first, the wedding is off. We are still together and remain engaged. But things are very, very strained between us. Hey, sorry. I don't mean to celebrate, but like they should be, because that's honestly kind of unacceptable. Even though it's his mom, like he's trying to just like minimize the situation and not recognize how serious this is. And that's not okay. The only thing that has really stopped me from leaving the relationship is that I love him from the bottom of my heart and I can see how much this is hurting him. I really want to work past this if we can. We're both committing to seeing a couples therapist. After my mother-in-law ruined my dress, my fiance confronted her by telephone and demanded that she help cover the damages to the dress. Okay, fair. That's like, he should have like, yeah. I feel like that should have been, priority number one. She refused because she said it was an accident and said she really was just trying to help. Help with what? How does that help? Who's that helping? She tried to spin this as her helping me. And I quote,
giving me a standard to aspire to.
Let's see if like a judge agrees. And she's also admitted that she just wants to feel as young and beautiful as me. Okay, so then buy a different dress. The worst part is he believed her bullshit. Oh, no. No. Let's see if a judge believes that, because I don't. Quiet. That is such like a weird excuse, There is no excuse for trying on someone else's wedding dress. Like there really isn't. Unless she's not there to try it on and you have the same body type and there needs to be some alterations. Like, how did she even get access to that dress? I don't get it. Why was that even available for her to try on? At this point, after she refused to pay, I started pitching a fit until fiance said that we shouldn't jump to conclusions on the damages until we visited a seamstress. Fine by me. We went together and the assessment was that it was completely trashed. It is beyond repair. The beading in some parts is destroyed. The sheer back of the dress was torn to shreds from her disgusting fake nails. How does one tear it to shreds? Like, I don't get it. Unless it was deliberate. She also ripped the tulle on my train. Seams were split so badly she'd torn through other parts of the dress to the point where they were beyond repair. Did she go and like play some football in it? Like, how does it get this bad? I don't get it. When you're trying on a dress at a dress shop, you try it on, and if it doesn't fit, you take it off. How does it get to that point? Unless it was on purpose. How does it go from like, you know, the zipper doesn't go up, okay, I'm just gonna take it off now, to completely destroyed? How? Because if this happened at a dress shop, you would be paying for that dress. Hearing how badly my dress was mutilated crushed me, but my fiance's reaction at the seamstress enraged me. He kept minimizing the damage, hell no, pointing out how certain things absolutely could have been an accident, and he lied out of his butt to the seamstress to tell her that the dress had an accident when his mother attempted to relive her model days. Oh, God. Do it in a different dress, babe. Like, honestly, hell no. I corrected course and said no, that she tried to put it on without my permission, knowing damn well she didn't fit into it, and deliberately destroyed parts of it in the process. The real fun started when we got home and I told him that if she didn't pay, then I wanted to sue her for damages to the dress. He told me some BS about how the cost of the dress didn't meet the threshold for a lawsuit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I took my butt to the internet, posted on the legal advice subreddit, and Googled the threshold for small claims in court in Virginia before printing all the responses I got and forcing him to read them. He conceded that she owed us something and called her, with me sitting there. Oh my God. This is insane. Like, even if it was an accident, you need to pay something. You need to pay for repairs. You need to find a way to rectify the situation.
It's an accident, okay?
That's understandable. You apologize and you try to do something to make the situation better, especially for something that's like a wedding dress that's irreplaceable. You know, you don't just wash your hands. If you mess up, you gotta suffer the consequences of your actions, and that includes paying for things that you ruin. As I sat there, I shit you not, he argued with her for all of 5 minutes before she broke down sobbing, accused him of not loving her, called me trash for turning him against her, and how could money be more important than her love for him? He soothed her. Oh God, don't we love a narcissistic mother? Like, why don't they ever apologize? He soothed her and told her that he understood, but I'm being super emotional over the dress and that it would help blow it over. Wow, why with you sitting there, babe? Oh, divorce. Right, you're not married yet. Wedding's off. He can marry his mother. She started blabbing and sobbing. He said that he'd talk to me. After they hung up, he had the nerve to turn to me and say that all he wanted was peace and to please just let him pay for the dress and let this go. I lost it. I screamed at him. I cried harder than I've probably ever cried because I honestly feel like he took her side over mine. I told him that it wasn't about the dress, and if he genuinely believed that this was over an overpriced dress at this point, then we need to cancel the wedding and his mommy could have a nice vacation to Colombia without me. We argued and, like he's been doing, told me that he saw my point. I told him that I didn't want her at the wedding. Shockingly, he agreed. I sat next to him the next day when he called her and told her that because of what happened, we couldn't have her at the wedding. I felt proud when he hung up on her after she screamed and sobbed and how he can't do this. I began to consider that maybe I was wrong about how he refused to stand up to his mother. That is, until I was on our shared iPad. Oh no, tell me. Oh, wait. So he's telling you one thing to make you feel better. Please tell me no. Please tell me no. Like, I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. I rarely use the iPad because I'm way happier with my Kindle, but I'll reach for the iPad in the rare event that my Kindle's out of juice and my phone is out of reach. While I was using it, what pops up but messages from the mother-in-law asking about the best way to purchase discounted flights to Colombia. I scrolled through the messages and he had folded the very next day, saying that he disinvited her for my sake, but he still wanted her at the wedding. Oh no. What wedding, babe? What wedding? Ain't no wedding no more. That he'd slowly work on changing my mind, and hopefully on the weekend of the wedding, I'd be feeling forgiving and welcome her, and if not, I could deal with it. Okay, mommy's boy. I lost my mother freaking mind. I packed my bags. He was the one that ended up leaving to stay with his friend while I stayed in the house. The fight wasn't pretty. And that's where we are right now. We both committed to couples counseling. It is a must. I feel played right now. Yeah, you were, babe, but I mean, good you found out before you got married. Gets a little messier once you sign the documents, you know what I mean? And that's what he was trying to do. Play both sides, yep. We both agreed that the best thing for us to do is to postpone the wedding until trust is reestablished. Deposits be damned. If anyone asks, I tell them the entire story. Mother-in-law has decided to come between us in the worst way. Mother-in-law, for the most part, is fuming, trying to spin this into me being a trashy, greedy harpy that's determined to bring her and her precious baby nothing but misery. She sabotaged that whole thing. She only has herself to blame. That's literally her fault. Oh, you don't like it? Wait a minute. It's the consequences of my actions. She tried to come to our house several times to collect her baby and his belongings. Oh, baby and his belongings. But I haven't answered the door. Fiance, to his credit, has blocked her on his phone and hasn't told her where he's living right now. He's gone no contact and has agreed to no contact until we begin therapy. He's turned over all the passwords and the iPad so I can check his messages when I want to. And trust me, I'm checking. I love him. I want to be able to go to the distance with him, but while the mother-in-law's in the picture, I just don't think I can. For frick's sake, I'm going through his email accounts and messages for contact from his mother. I can't even begin to explain how fricked up that is. Girlfriend, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, this is just such a messed up situation, you know? But I really do feel like there is no way that you could try on someone else's dress and ruin it beyond repair unless it was on purpose, you know? Like, I feel like she just really didn't like you from the beginning and wanted, you know, maybe to sabotage the wedding so that you guys wouldn't get married. And this was her way of doing that. I just don't understand how you can try on a dress and ruin it to the point where, like, you can't even wear it anymore. I know it's easy to read these posts and be like,
Divorce, jail, gulag.
I mean, you can try to work on your relationship, but you will always resent him for it. And he won't have a relationship with his mother, which is also really crappy. I don't know, gal. Oh, there's one more update. You guys want the update? It's messy.
It's messy.
Future mother-in-law that destroyed my dress has decided to stalk me at work, showing up at the house and the grocery store to get a glimpse of her baby. This has been the cherry on top of a not-so-fabulous week. To everyone that bashed my husband and personal messaged me to tell me how weak and pathetic I am, / tell me I'm stupid, trust me, you don't think I get how this looks to other people? He isn't getting away with anything, all right? All right, girl. Psh. I know I don't know you and you're just some anonymous internet person, but stick up for yourself. Don't buckle. There's several new things to report. One being that my fiance has kept his end of the bargain. He's had no contact with the future mother-in-law. How do I know? I'm religiously checking his accounts, and she's also losing her mind. This week, I've woken up to the following. My Ring app has gone off 4 times at all hours of the night. It's her. I have footage of her shoving notes under my door. Oh, bro. Nasty notes shoved under the door demanding to talk to my fiance / accusing me of driving a wedge between them. Text messages asking me why I'm forbidding contact between my fiance and his mother and how unnatural it is for a son to stop seeing his mother. I'm gonna burn in hell and I'm a disgrace to womanhood. Wow, okay, so like through all of this, has she ever apologized for ruining your wedding dress? Because I don't remember you ever saying that. She's come to my work when I refused to see her. Security escorted her out. When I pulled out of the parking garage, I saw her waiting by the employee entrance. Fiance and I typically go shopping on Wednesday nights. She knows this because she's gone with us a couple of times. Guess who was waiting for us in the parking lot at 7 p.m.? We didn't get out of the car after we saw her pacing around the entrance. I'm documenting everything just in case she continues to get crazier. Fiance and I will be going to the local PD tomorrow to file a report and look into getting a temporary restraining order. Thank you to everyone who's offered me kind words, support, and even offers of baked goods. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you. Oy vey. That was a lot. That was a roller coaster. Let's not reserve judgment. I know I like to judge people for a living, but this is her relationship, all right? So it does kind of sound like she's dealing with someone that's a little bit nutso, a little bit unhinged. I hope everything works out for you. I hope everything works out with you and your future husband. Careful who you marry, guys. Because you're not just marrying who you're marrying a whole crazy family too. And as if that story didn't get insane enough, I found another goodie. Another good one. Are you guys ready? My new mother-in-law had her way with my house while I was on my honeymoon. My type A mother-in-law tried to help and completely overstepped. Why are they always helping?
You're not helping.
Unless I ask for help, I don't need help. She and my father-in-law opened every single wedding present my husband and I received, threw every box away, and proceeded to reorganize the entire kitchen. I feel like this one is a little bit more like helping than the other one.
Just a little bit.
But like, what happens if you wanted to like return some things, you know? Like, yeah, no, like I can see her wanting you to have a clean house when you arrive back from your honeymoon. I don't see why that involves opening every present. I feel so violated while also feeling so overwhelmed by the task of trying to get things back to how they were. She called the day after our wedding while we were leaving the house for an overnight flight to Italy and asked how she could help. We said one task we've been avoiding is swapping out all the old plates and bowls for new plates and bowls, and maybe swap out the old toaster for the new toaster. I just wanted them to swap the upgrades. She opened every single wedding present and basically threw away every single box in the entire house. I can't return a single thing. If I can't return it, I have to purchase a vessel to transport the item in. She reorganized my whole kitchen and now I can't find anything. She put my new Lazy Susan underneath the existing Lady Susan on my counter and I didn't know it was there for 2 weeks. I used to love to cook and would combat my lack of appetite by getting excited about trying a new recipe or perfecting a specific dish. Now I don't even want to be in my kitchen. I can't find anything, and the process of looking usually leads to finding out they moved or threw away something important to me. Oh my god. I feel so stressed out. It feels like they squeezed all the toothpaste out of the tube and I'm trying to get it back in. I keep trying to let it go, but now the insurmountable task of writing 100 thank you notes is even more painful and miserable. I honestly haven't been this depressed in years. Girlfriend, I'm usually a very positive and optimistic person, but I genuinely can't see the light at the end of this. My safe space has been taken away from me and I don't know how to fix it. Oh my goodness, tell her to never ever do this again. Key back ASAP. She needs to put everything back where it was. It's a little bit of a dig, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of a like,
Things are so much better now. I don't know how you lived like that before.
get the hell out of here. We all love a good mother-in-law that loves to help, all right? But for the love of God, just do what we ask and nothing more. Subscribe!